Greetings, welcome back again everyone. I'm Zarazardi, also known as Matthew. And today, we're going to be conducting my review of the Nerf Rival Perses. I've got all of my loadouts here. Well, most of them anyway, so please forgive the mess. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to field for this weekend's war. So everything is out currently, but we're going to be focusing on the Perses. So, with my loadout, we have the Nerf Rival flashlight grip here. This is actually very comfortable on the Perses. I think it feels better than gripping the angled grip here. Of course, you could 3D print an angled foregrip as well, if that's what you like. But this tactical rail is useful for the grip, and this is what I like to use in my loadout. I've got the Tipman 50 round paintball pods here. These are smaller than your 140 round paintball pods. These are actually perfect for the Perses, given as it holds, in my testing with it, you can get up to 53 rounds in the hopper without there being a lot of push from the lid on top, which can lead to jams. And seeing as these hold 50 rounds, that's perfect. You just drop that pod in there and then you're good. We also got our battle cases here. Because these are thin and the hopper is also pretty thin, they work quite well. As you can just open this, dump it right in there, and they usually don't spill out. The magazines as well, these stick mags can work. You can load these up and then you can take one off and just dump it right into your hopper and you've got 12 extra rounds in there. And they clip onto the battle cases pretty nicely. The battle cases hold 25 rounds each, and then you have 12 rounds in each of these. So you've got almost another full reload with 50 rounds in this setup. I've got my Zombie Slayer pouch here. This will be slung on the dart bandolier. You can opt to put darts in here if you're playing a game where you have teammates with darts and assist them. And this holds about 60 rival rounds in the zipper and in this little pocket here. So this will get you about 5 reloads. And that totals almost 300 rounds, which is actually really good capacity. So we're going to be moving on to our firing demo here in just a moment. First we'll go over some aspects here. We do have a sling mount here. There's another sling mount here. It can be full ambi. We've got our safety right here. Safety feels really good. It's secure. It doesn't like to jiggle around a lot. The rev and the trigger also feel very good when you're firing. And although the stock is a little short, it still feels really good. This whole curvature right here makes it shoulder up very nicely. So we'll get to our firing demo. My target set up here. Still a little bit of shaking required with the Perses. I noticed, however, if you actually have it slung like this and down on you, then the ammo tends to slide toward the front of it automatically. So in battle, a good procedure, instead of shaking around like this, would just be to shake it down real quick and then you're ready to go. As you can see, the firing rate is phenomenal. They advertise it as the fastest firing Nerf blaster. I would say that it is comparable to the Prometheus. When you bring in mods though, like this modified Rival Nemesis from Schmitty's Mod Works, this one fires quite a bit faster. I would say this one averages anywhere between 10 to 12 rounds a second, and of course Nerf advertises this at 8 rounds per second, which is still absolutely phenomenal given stock performance. The battery goes in here, and this is a clever way to eject it here. You have to hold this button and then push that switch. So it's kind of a 2-stage eject. And that's actually really cool for safety. It's going to make sure this battery doesn't fall out. This battery is really nice. It's a little compact for a 9.6 volt nickel metal hydride. And to put it in, you insert the top first and then just click it right in. And then lastly, we have our hopper eject here. This actually slings better, I think, on your left side, so this isn't always poking into you. I mean, you might be able to put a little rubber cover on it or something to make that a little less troublesome. And here's the hopper itself. So one thing that I have hope for with these hoppers is you can see there's a sling mount here. And if Nerf or Hasbro will sell these separately, I would surely buy a couple, because having a couple of these slung on you with the Perses, you won't need these pods, you won't need these battle cases, you won't need the magazines. You could have the pouch on you still, I guess. But with a couple of these slung on you, all of that can be eliminated. And it might be a little bit larger, but the reload is going to be much faster, as you can just eject and then drop this right in. And then the hopper just drops right back in there. So my final thoughts on the Nerf Rival Perses, I really like it. I think it's a great blaster. I think it's one of the best offerings that Hasbro has given to us in stock. It's got the ergonomics of the Nemesis, possibly even improved, and it's got the firing rate of the Prometheus. And as you saw in my range test, the ranges are actually pretty good, 75, 80 feet, getting closer to that 90-foot mark with the single shot. And that's another thing that the Perses can do quite well, actually, is the single shot. You can see there. So you can either blow through your whole load quickly, or you can go single shot, which I think is really nice. Hasbro, great job on allowing the Perses to have single shot capability. For the modded Nemesis, single shot is not really an option, as it's just full beast mode and it goes. But this one actually works very well. So that will conclude my review of the Nerf Rival Perses. I will be fielding it this weekend along with, something else here. I'm not sure what exactly I'm going to do yet. But great offering, Hasbro. I really like the Perses. Eventually it should come down in price. And there will be aftermarket options that are coming. I have seen Out of Darts is working to create a 3D printed hopper for this that takes the capacity up by about 100 rounds. So much like the 3D printed hopper here for the Nemesis, the Perses will also have this capability. I'm hoping that they will print a Picatinny or tactical rail on top of the hopper so we can give the Perses an optic, which would just make it all that much more cool. So until next time, thank you all for watching. I'll give you a little preview of what's coming up next. We're going to be reviewing this modified Strife Chris Vector kit. I've got my laser and my light on here. Don't want to spoil too much on that yet, but that's what's coming up next. And until next time, everybody, I hope you have enjoyed this review of the Nerf Rival Perses, and keep flinging that foam, everyone.